It's February 5th, 2018. Excuse me, I still have a little bit of a cold. We are back from vacation, sickness, everything else, so we are getting back to work on making two cars into one. So this morning, stripped off everything for the cowl and the windshield. So I think that's all I'm going to do for this one for a little bit. Get back on the Pontiac and start stripping the sheet metal out that it doesn't need. I'll show you more in a little while. First piece I'm going to tackle is on the passenger side. Of course, removed all the inner wheel arch and those pieces. I'm going to remove this panel because I want to separate it. This is basically the firewall section here. So I want to separate it there, and this panel, which was a stiffener for the front, no longer needed, is over the top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that piece, which will allow me to eventually get in here and remove the firewall. We'll see how that goes. Well, that worked out pretty well. Nice sharp drill bit, good corded drill, and some pry bars. Able to get that separated at all the joints, all spot welds. And now we're going to come through probably up in here and just remove this section, and I'm just slowly whittling it back and seeing what's there. Make sure I don't interrupt the structure, but I think everything's going well. Made some progress a little bit after lunch on the 5th of February, and I got the rail cut off back to about as far as I want to go right now. I'm going to remove some of this, but I have to go get some saw blades, and then I started separating the firewall, I guess we'll call it, from the floor pan. So just drilling the hole, or drilling the spot welds out and then separating them. So I'll probably cut it there for right now, and then come back and get some of this cleaned up so I can start taking the Miata apart. And then I also have to remove the steering column and windshield wiper motor and a few other things over there, and then I'll start working on that side. Well, it didn't go quite as planned, but we're making progress. Of course, once you start taking the support out on the sides, the front just started drooping, so I figure we'll just cut it out as one piece, and then maybe we can use it to mount the fenders and stuff, but at least I have some fender mounting holes back here so we can locate the fenders and get everything squared up from there. But making progress. Got this side, of course, as we talked about earlier, and got the box off on this side. And I'll start trimming this away back in here, and of course, just like we did before, go up underneath and get rid of that material, and then all I have to do is pull off the windshield wiper motor, the steering column, and take these bolts off where the master cylinder was, and we'll be moving forward. It's Wednesday, February 6th, 2018. Got a little bit of time to work on the car today, and it's in half now, or a third. We'll call it a third. It's in a third now. So it went along the bottom from the firewall to the floor pan. You can see the holes. Drilled those through. Cut off the firewall. Got some more takeoff on this side, but we'll probably take off from up into here and see what more we need to take off once we get the Miata apart. Pretty happy with the progress so far. Being sick and all, trying to get back to 100%, so we're about 90, 95, and made it through the whole day. So this is apart, and now, tomorrow afternoon, I have some things to do in the morning. I can cut that in half. So with the windshield out, should be fairly easy. I do plan on removing the struts, since this is a double wishbone. Then I can move the suspension up and down and be able to see exactly where things are, so I can get my wheelbase back together. So this is a little bit different view, probably only drag racers see and people that cut cars up, but first time for me. So what I'm planning on doing is using the rocker box or the rocker panel, and I'm hoping, should be fairly close, to weld the rockers back together on the two cars, which will put the stiffness back in, and then also tie in that lower A-pillar area from the Miata onto this one. And of course we'll butt the floor pan of the Miata up underneath there, and then that rectangular structure will tie in the bottom of the car. So should be stronger, but we'll just take our time and put it back together and see what it looks like. And a little bit more time today, so I decided I'd move a little bit forward. Took the doors off the Miata, tried to figure out how to support the back half of the car, and I've got the front half of the car on like a motorcycle jack supporting the subframe. So we'll see how this works. If I come back, I'm alive. If not, went the wrong way. Houston, we have separation. We are go for lunch. That probably doesn't make any sense, but it's a good milestone. So we are going to, of course, before you can finish the day, you have to see what things will look like. But I think I might have to cut off that windshield. Well, it's the end of the day on the 6th of February 2018. So, you know, you always got to kind of have something to visualize until you can get back onto the project, which will be tomorrow afternoon. So I think we'll probably take off the windshield frame tomorrow, and of course cut back some of the floor pan and things like that. So I'll have to support this a little bit better than just a motorcycle jack, but we had a little bit of a Exxon Valdez here with the rear brake fluid, so we'll get that cleaned up, get that back over here, get it support a little bit better, and hopefully we'll do some more disassembly tomorrow.